right, one of the costly mistakes that I see sellers make right now is not putting a formal plan together before putting their home up for sale. Now, most likely the thought process is something along the lines of, hey, the market is so good, there's so many buyers, I get phone calls and letters all the time, people want my home, and my home is way nicer than the neighbor's home that just sold in a day for over asking price. My home's just gonna sell itself. Well, this might actually be true in a few cases, and usually those cases are highly marketed and displayed to the public, which causes people to think that this is the norm. But in reality, half of the homes that are selling right now are not receiving multiple offers, they aren't selling significantly over the asking price, and they're not breaking any records in the neighborhood. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to plan like a pro so that you don't miss out on the money. The uncertainty of selling does not overwhelm you, and so that when it's your time to make a move, you can be successful. If you're seriously considering selling soon, you're going to want to grab pen and paper and take some notes. In order to craft the perfect home selling plan, you'll need to know certain things about the market. Now, to get the most out of this process, you really should include your real estate professional, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to discuss how you can do this on your own. First, start with the end in mind. You have a goal. You want to move to a new home before summer is over, or maybe you plan on moving out of state, or to another home in another community, or in the same neighborhood. Either way, you need to know, when do you want to be there? Write down that date. Now, if you're like most people, you have the majority of net worth tied up in the equity of your home. You probably need to sell your home first to pay for the moving company, to pay for the down payment on the new home, and some of the various fees and costs that are associated with selling. So you might want to close on the sale of your home and do what we call a rent back for a period of time before you move to your next place. It's common in this market to negotiate a 2-week to up to a 2-month rent back, but let's just say for this example, you're going to get a 29-day rent back. So I want you to take the moving date that you set and wrote down, and I want you to reduce it by 29. This is the day that you want to close escrow on the sale of your home. The next portion of planning can be the most complicated, and there are a lot of variables. To see some samples of our selling plan and some examples of some of those variables, just reach out to me or just go to our website, thegoolsbgroup.com, access the home selling calendar, and you'll be able to see some examples. But for now, let's take the date that you want to close and reduce that by 30 days. By this date, this is the day that you'll want to be in escrow with a new buyer. So take the date that we decided you want to close on the sale of your home and reduce it by 30 days and write it down. The next step is also variable, and a good agent should be able to predict within a reasonable amount of accuracy exactly how much time you'll need here. But this is the amount of time that you'll need to plan in order for you to get your home into escrow with a new buyer. In Roseville, homes seem to sell in 5 days or 100. Your strategy and marketing plan has a huge impact on your success, but for the sake of creating a plan, let's say that your home sells in the average amount of time, which is currently about 14 days. So let's take the date that you need to be in escrow by and reduce that by 14 days. This is your new date for when you need to be on the market. Write it down. Now here is where most people fail. Most people will underestimate the amount of time it takes to prepare their home for the market. Then they're either left stressing out to get their home ready and miss out on time, or they rush to get their home on the market and they cut corners on how presentable their home is to the buyers that are looking at it, and the end result is less money in their pockets, less favorable terms, and overall just a poor selling experience. Based on the hundreds of homeowners that we've helped prepare their home for the market, we know that it takes a minimum of 5 business days to prepare for the market after photos and videos are taken. We know that it takes most home sellers 3 weekends to prepare their home for photos. You'll want to take other things into consideration too, like, do you need to paint? Do you need to re-landscape? Do you need to deal with repairs during that time? And will you need more than 3 weeks? We know that part of the process usually begins with meeting with a realtor or a staging consultant. which also takes a few days as well. So let's take the date that you want to be on market by and reduce it by 5 days for photos. Then reduce it by 21 days for preparation of those photos and video. And then reduce an additional 5 days for meetings and a little bit of a buffer. Write down the new date. Congratulations! You now have a general plan and a timeline for when you need to start meeting with your professionals. You know when you need to be on the market, and why is that helpful? Well, maybe you can plan a trip during that time so you're not burdened by home showings. You know, maybe you can get out of the house or be away for the weekend. You know when you need to secure a buyer. You know when you need to have your home in escrow. And ultimately, you know when you need to have the money in the bank so that you can make your next move. If you follow this plan like so many of our clients, you'll not only sell your home for more, but you'll have a much better experience when selling. You'll sell within a predicted amount of time, and you'll remove some of that stress and uncertainty and chaos that so many people have talked about when it comes to selling their home. You'll be like our clients. You'll win. So I'm Jeff Goolsby with the Goolsby Group. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was valuable for you. If you have specific questions about how this process would relate to your timeline and your life, then please reach out to me and let me know. I'm Jeff Goolsby with the Goolsby Group. Like I said, it's our mission to help people win in real estate. Talk to you soon.